Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Julie and I post videos focused on affordable drugstore makeup. Today I am continuing my series, and actually this is the last one in this series, but I'm doing the look today with the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Berry Bad, which is a really beautiful berry mauve palette. If you haven't seen the other looks that I've done with the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes, I will have that playlist linked above in the cards and also down in the description box. First, I'm going to put down these shadow shields because I want to have a crisp edge with this eyeshadow. And if you don't have shadow shields, I mean, you can get these pretty cheap in bulk off of Amazon, but like if you don't want to purchase those, you can just like clean this up with, you know, a makeup remover wipe or like with some lotion on a Q-tip. You can just kind of clean up the edge there. But these do come in really handy, and like I said, they are really affordable on Amazon, so I will link some of these down below. First, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the Milani eyeshadow primer, and then while that's drying, I'm just going to throw on a lip conditioner, and this is the Hard Candy Glosstopia, just the clear one. Okay, so like I showed you guys in the intro, I'm using the little e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Berry Bad. And I'm going to use this shade here. I'm going to clean off this brush first. It's like kind of dirty. I need to like wash my makeup brushes, but I'm just going to use this dry brush cleaner and just get most of that shadow off. I'm not going to be able to get all of it off, but you know, just so it's like a little bit more clean. And like I said, I'm going to be getting this color here on the brush. Just tap off the excess, and then I'm going to blend that color here in the crease. I'm just going back in with a second layer to build up that color. I'm going to grab some of this dark matte brown on the Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that here in the outer V of the eye. So I'm just getting a little bit more of that shade on the brush, just kind of placing it there on like that last third of the eyelid, and then just blending it up into the outer V, and then taking it over into the crease. And when I'm blending out here, I have the brush turned this way, and then because like this brush is pinched a little bit, so it's like this way it's a little bit wider than this way. So, you know, blend it out this way, the wider side, and then turn it and then blend it in towards the crease. And then I'm going to go back with that first shade that I used in the crease and that same blending brush, and just kind of blending around the edges of that dark matte brown, just to make sure things are just blended well together. On the front part of the eyelid, I'm going to grab this shade in just a flat shader brush. This is from an Amazon brush set, so I will link it down below. And I'm just going to place that color more on just like the front part of the eyelid. Take it over about right here to meet it up with that darker shade. And then I'm going to go like in between this color and that darker color, kind of on top of the two, with this shade here in the palette. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that color with that same brush. I just flipped it over to the other side there. Just tap off the excess. And I'm going to blend that, like I said, in between those two colors. Kind of take it over there. And then I'm going to go back with that blending brush, nothing added to it, and just kind of blend around the edge there. Now, if you wanted to do winged eyeliner or something like that, you could leave the shadow shields on for that, but I'm going to go ahead and take them off. And as you can see, like it just does like a really nice sharp edge. I mean, I've showed you guys this before, I think maybe in the last tutorial. Yeah, with the Carnival Candy palette. I kind of used, well, I use Shadow Shields with that look as well. And I also showed you like how that helps to blend. You can do like winged eyeliner really easily with those. Just kind of going over the edge there to kind of soften it up. Okay, so like I said, I did my base makeup and my eyebrows. So I will have those products and like the shades that I use listed down in the description box if you are curious. And then for the bronzer, I'm going to use a brush today that I have not used in a hot minute. And I feel like the hairs are a little bit messed up because I've had it in this container with a bunch of other brushes. So I think they got a little bit janked up. But anyway, this is the Morphe M437 brush. And I used to use this brush a lot when I would do like bronzing. So I'm gonna use that today and see what I think. It's like so weird. I think I had mentioned this in a video before, but like, you know, I've done YouTube since 2011 and I go through phases with products, with brushes, and I'll completely forget about a brush that I used all the time until I see like an older video that I did where I'm using it. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I totally forgot about this brush. And this might have been one of the reasons why I stopped using it. See, as you can see, that brush is kind of shedding a little bit. Let me clean it off real quick. That was the only thing about some of these Morphe brushes. Like over time, once the bristles got maybe like a little bit more dried out, they had a tendency to break off a little bit more. Like, see, another one. I guarantee that's probably why I stopped using it. But I do like the size of this brush and everything. And I'm using the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Bronzer in Catching Rays. I almost said bronzer infused. But I do really like this shade of this bronzer. I think I would also kind of use this brush as a contour slash bronzer type of brush. And I know that nowadays most people apply their bronzers a little bit higher up to try to like lift the face and everything. But honestly, it's like I don't necessarily want to use my bronzer like this low, like down in here. But it's like sometimes I do want to drop my bronzer a little bit lower, kind of like in a little bit of that contouring sort of area, just because I want room for blush. Like a lot of times I feel like I'm applying blush and bronzer in the same placement. So I wanted to just kind of switch it up today. And I'm just using this larger Real Techniques brush. And I know that this brush was discontinued, but honestly, this is my favorite bronzing brush. I just really like this. I'm so sad that they discontinued this brush. But I'm just taking some more of this up along the hairline. And then I'm going to take some more bronzer on that Morphe brush and just kind of brush it here on my nose. Kind of doing some light contouring, but mainly just, you know, bronzing up my nose. And then I'm going to go back with like my makeup sponge, just kind of blend that. It's like at some point I do want to get some BK Beauty brushes, but honestly, I'm just trying not to spend a ton of money on like brushes right now. But I know so many people rave about BK Beauty brushes, and I really want to see what the hype's about. So, and I'm just bronzing up my neck here. Take a little bit of this bronzer on my chin. And then for my blush, I'm going to use Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. This pairs really nicely with that e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. And eyeshadow like this looks so nice with hazel or green eyes. I mean, it looks pretty with brown, but like if you really want green eyes to pop, just do a berry eye like this, and it's really going to enhance green. Then for the highlight, I'm going to use the Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter. I know I've been using this highlight so much in all of my videos, but I really have been enjoying this highlight. And I'm just applying this with the Real Techniques 402 brush. And I'm going to take just a little bit more of this highlight on this e.l.f. defining eye brush, and I'm going to use this here in the inner corner of my eye, just to kind of lighten this up a little bit. And I'm also going to use this as my brow bone highlight, since that e.l.f. palette doesn't have a lighter color to use as a like brow bone highlight shade. And then for my makeup setting spray, I'm just using the LA Girl setting spray. Okay, for the lips, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara and then I'll do the lips. So I'm just going to curl my lashes up with an eyelash curler. This is just from Tarte. For the mascara, let's see, what do I want to use? I think I might do the Essence Lash Without Limits. This is the black, the ultra black shade. For the lips, you could really go either way. I mean, with this look, you could do so many different like nude lip colors, but I really like these L'Oreal Outlast Lip Stains. Like, I have been obsessed with these since probably the beginning of summer, like the end of spring, beginning of summer. And I've done at least one other look with this color Canyon, and I think that this would pair really nicely with this eyeshadow. But I want to use this one today in Sugi Girl, which is one of the lighter shades that they make in these CoverGirl Outlast lip stains. So I'm going to take off that lip conditioner. And I'm going to shake some of the product down into the pen there. So that's what that color looks like. It's so funny because my parents have a cat named Sugar and her nickname is Sugi. So it's funny that this is Sugi Girl. I think of my parents' cat when I put it on. So yeah, it's kind of just like a mauve, like a darker pinky mauve color. And once this lip stain dries down, I do like to top the lip stains with a lip gloss. And this one by Maybelline, this is the Lifter Gloss in Moon. I really like this over top of this lip stain. Like, this is another product that I've been so obsessed with, these Maybelline Lifter Glosses. Like, I want to go back and get more of them. And I know that these have been around forever and that these are really popular with, you know, a lot of people. But the 3 shades that I own in these in the Lifter Gloss, well, actually 4, because I have one of the plump ones. I always forget about this. But I have the shades Bubblegum, Reef, and Moon. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comments, like, what shades do you like in these lifter glosses? Like, Moon is more of like a kind of like a mauve, like with sort of silver, or yeah, like silver kind of sparkles in it. And they have a couple of other glosses that are these lighter ones, but that have gold kind of sparkles or shimmer. I want to get a couple of those because I think those would be really pretty. But anyway, you'll have to let me know down in the comments, like, what shades you like in the lifter glosses. And the one that I have here that's the plump, this is in, I think, Red Flag or something. Yeah, Red Flag. So yeah, But this is what the makeup look, this is what the final makeup looks like. And I cannot believe that we are finished with, I feel like I'm looking all over the place. I can't believe that I'm finished with these e.l.f. bite-sized palettes. Like, I went back on e.l.f.'s website and was looking at that orange sickle, and it's not even on their website anymore. So I'm assuming that they've completely discontinued that one. So unfortunately, I cannot do a tutorial on that one because I don't have it and they don't sell it anymore. So anyway, I will link the playlist above and also down in the description box if you still haven't seen all of my looks that I've done with each of the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes. And let me know in the comments like what series you want to see next. I am going to do a series. This is probably what I will do next, but just let me know like what you guys are thinking. But I'm thinking of doing a series on the Wet n Wild color icon palettes, like the little ones like this. I've also got the Maybelline The City Mini palettes that I could do a series on. And I probably will at some point. So you'll just have to let me know. And I started to do a series on the e.l.f. New Classics palette. Like, I'm going to do different looks with this palette, like multiple different looks. Not for sure how many looks I'm going to do quite yet, but I have posted my first look on this. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it down in the description box. And I also have picked up the 18 Wonder, so I will be doing some looks with this eventually. So we have a lot of options, but yeah. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Mwah.
You shouldn't doubt yourself 'cause you're a work of art.